All right, welcome to Physical Science Online with Mrs. Downs. I am going to share with my screen, my Schoology screen, and I'm going to kind of talk through what my intentions were for the first week here of our virtual and digital long distance learning. You can see there is a folder here that says April 27th through May 1st. I'm going to open that up. And there's a couple things in this folder. There's periodic table notes, periodic table activity, the periodic table answer key, a quiz, and then there's 3 PDFs. These 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, I'm going to open one up so you can see. These are the scanned pages from our textbook. So if you have a textbook at home, you don't need to use it on Schoology, but if you don't have it at home, this is an option for you. I just know I've been finding that I am looking at my screen a lot, so sometimes it might be nice to not have to look at a screen and actually read a real book. So if you have your textbook at home, you can use that. If not, this is where you can get some of your information from. All right, so I'm going to go back to the folder here, just so you can clarify what those 3 PDFs are. And I'm going to start up here with the notes. So if I open up this assignment, you can see this is, I'm going to open it as a new tab here, is an assignment that I'm going to ask that you take some notes on all of chapter 5 in your textbook. So again, if you have your textbook at home, you can use it at home, or you can use the PDF scan copies in Schoology. So let's look again here at this template. So there are some guiding questions here that I'd like you to, while you're reading, go ahead and answer. There's a place for a summary at the bottom as well. So it's going to ask about how the periodic table was organized, how and why it's organized the way it is. Some important information is about the properties of the periodic table, periods, rows, how it's organized. So if I go back, so you can see I give you the option, you can use this as a Google Doc and just type on the computer. If you'd rather print it off and write on this piece of paper, you can. If you would like to have your own line paper and take notes on your own paper, you could do that as well. You can also, so you can type it up here as you'd like, or you can write it. Your preference on how you like to take notes. If you take handwritten notes, I do want you to turn them in. So a way to do that is if you are here, you should be able to go to submissions and submit them there. Mine looks different again because I have the teacher view, but if you need help with that, please email me and I can help you with that. I can give you some direct instructions on how to do that, but I think most of you are familiar with that. So that's one assignment there. The next is a periodic table activity. This is a way for you to get more familiar with the periodic table. So there you are going to be using this interactive periodic table, and then this is the Google assignment. So the Google assignment actually has the link to access the interactive periodic table in it, right there. So if you can use that to look at the interactive periodic table. You can see it's kind of color-coded. So if we were in class, I would be asking you to color code your own periodic table. But I was finding that that was a hard thing to do through distance learning. So this is the other option that I came up with. So you can see how it's organized and changes based on where your cursor goes. You do need to have it on this Wikipedia tab up here. If I go back to the assignment, you again can print this out and upload it, take a picture and upload if you'd like to, if you don't want to be on your screen. But you can also just write in the answers on the Google assignment. So your preference. It does, one thing I did want to point out was the end of this is looking at valence electrons, which is what we're going to be focusing on next week. So this is an important part of this assignment, is to realize that we use the periodic table to find the valence electrons. So I would not discount this part of the assignment. It's a very important part. So after you're done with that, we go back to our folder. You can see that there's a answer key. So I'm going to trust you guys. Don't look at the answer key until after you do the assignment. But I want you to have access to the correct answers. So I know it would take me longer than a week to correct them. So I'm trying to divide things up in a week at a time. So after that, you're going to then take the periodic quiz. It is directly related to the notes in the textbooks. So I definitely would make sure that you've done the notes, read the chapter in the textbook, and completed the periodic table activity before you take the quiz. The quiz is 10 multiple choice questions, and you cannot take it more than one time. It is a quiz. It is going in the test category. There is no time limit on it. So if I go here and look at the directions, nope, that doesn't do directions. The directions, when you get into it, I don't have access to that. Say that it is not timed, so you can take as long as you want, but you only have one try. So what I would do is I would make sure that you have a good understanding of your periodic table notes and the activity, and then take the quiz. So take your time, it's multiple choice, but you only have one try. Of course, if you have any technical questions or problems, please email me. I'm more than happy to respond. We can do optional Zoom meetings if we need to. We're going to kind of see how this goes. All right, that's this week's learning. Have fun, stay safe. We will check in with you later.